Hello friends, my name is Bilal Khan and today I'm going to be talking about that how you can store the data in the EBS volume and how you can access it. So these are all the steps that I'm going to be showing you in this video. So in the previous step I have shown you that how you can attach the instance with the volume, and then in this video I'm going to be talking about that how you can insert the data in that volume with the help of EC2 instance. So let's take a look at the screen. As you can see here that this is the instances page in which this instance is already created. So I already created this instance in my previous video also by the name of EBS client. If you are not aware that how you can create this instance or how you can create the EBS volume, then please check out my previous video in which I have shown all these steps. But just for the overview, I will show you that how you can work on this. Let's go to the instance, launch instance. And once you go to the launch instance, just give it a name, and after that, after giving it a name, let's wait for it. It is taking some time in order to load the images. Yeah, so let's give it any name like EBS client. I have named it. After that, choose the Ubuntu. The next step is to click on this keep here. All right, and after that, make the what you can say subnet equal to AP South 1. After that, enable this, right? So you can simply click on this and from disable you can enable it. And now the next step is going to be configure storage, that you need to add the volume in it. Just to let you know that this is the root volume of 8 GB that will basically contain the data of this Ubuntu server, right? But in order to create additional volume, you can simply click on this add new volume and you can give it any kind of value like 6 GB, right? In my case, I have given 6 GB of general purpose, what you can say SSD that I have given to it, right? So this will be the additional volume that you can detach it or remove it also from your machine, but you can also attach it to your machine or the EC2 instance according to your need. So if the need is completed, then you can simply delete it and it won't cost you after that. So yeah, this is the overall thing that I have done in my launching the instance. So just cancel it. The same steps are applied here also, so don't need to worry about it. Once the instance is created and it is running, simply click on this connect, right? Now the next thing that you need to do is to don't select these options, goes to connect simply, right? So after that, it will lead you towards the terminal, that is the AWS terminal that you can access it from your browser. And after that, there will be some commands that I'm going to show you that how you can basically access the EBS volume. And after that, once the EBS volume is accessed, how you can store the data in it, right? So this is all the steps that I'm going to be showing you. So let's wait for this in order to establish the connection. Once it is establish the connection, then I will let you know. So let's see here, as you can see here, that this is the connection that is established. So let's clear this first of all. And now the first command that you need to keep in mind in order to list all the blocks of EBS volume is to write ls block, right? So as you can see here that these are the blocks of the EBS. If I zoom in, you can see here that this is the 8 GB that is basically the root volume, and this is the volume that you cannot detach it from the root volume of the EC2 instance, because if this volume is deleted, that as a result the EC2 instance will also be deleted, right? But this is the 6 GB volume that you can delete it also according to your need, right? So yeah, and I will be working on this 6 GB in order to show you that how this thing will work. So let's clear this, and you need to keep the name in your mind, that XVDB, right? So this is the name of the volume that you need to keep in mind. So let's clear this. And now the first thing that I need to do is to write sudo su. So this will lead me to the sudo user command, that root command. And after that, let's write what you can say this, that will lead me towards the root home directory, right? So if I write pwd, I will be present in the root directory, not in the home or the Ubuntu directory. So let's clear this. And now the next thing that I'm going to do is to what you can say convert this. Now first of all, I need to write the mkfs command. That will basically be what it will do. I will show you first of all. Dev xvdb, if I'm wrong. So let's write it again to see whether what is the, what you can say, sorry, ls, let's write ls block. This will basically mean, yeah, this is the name of xvdb, right? So now let's execute the command. First of all, what I will write, I will change this volume into a format of the ext4, right? So mkfs, this is the command through which I will be able to convert this volume into extension 4, right? And let's give the path of this volume like dev, and inside this dev there will be a volume that is named xvdb. So this is the volume name that is present inside the dev directory, and this xvdb volume will be converted into the ext4 format, right? So let's convert this. Now last mounted. So I have already mounted it previously. Yeah, so it is showing me that contains a file system last mounted. Proceed anyway. All right, so let's proceed it. I already what you can say converted it. So if this is your first time, then it won't give you this kind of message, right? But you need to keep this in mind. Let's clear this. Now the next step that I'm going to do is to create a directory by the name of test. So as you can see here, that test is already created. If I show you, let's say ls, you can see here that this is the, where is this test directory? Yeah, this is the test directory that is showing to me here. So let's remove this. I don't need it. I will show you from the beginning, like test directory. Now it is removed. As you can see here, there is no test directory. So let's clear this. And now the next thing that I'm going to do is to write, create a test directory from the start again. Write ls. Now you can see that this is the test directory that is created. After that, the next thing that I'm going to do is to mount the volume into the test directory. What do I mean by this? Basically, I will attach the test directory to that volume. All right, so the test directory that I created, it will basically be attached, or it will be mounted to the volume that is basically xvdb, right? So let's write mount. After that, dev xvdb, this is the volume name, and this is the test directory that will be mounted in it. So how I can see, or how I can verify that whether the test directory is mounted into the volume or not. So let's write mount point. This is the command through which you will know that whether the test directory is mounted or not. As you can see here, the test is a mount point. It means that it is mounted, right? So now the next thing that I'm going to do is to go to the test directory, and inside it there is nothing like I have created, like this is one directory that is currently present. So what I need to do, I need to create some files. Now this is how you can create the files or modify the files in it. So let's say if I create file 1, let's say file1.txt and file2.txt, right? So now if I write ls, you will see that this is the file, and file1 and file2 that is created in it. And after that, let's say if I also want to write the text in these files, I can simply write echo, and inside this is the file1 data, right? And this will be transferred to the, what you can say, file1 txt. Sorry. So now if I write cat file1 txt, it will show me the data inside it. You can see here, this is the file1 data. So yeah, the data is present in here. Now you will know that how this data is present in the test directory, and basically it is not present in the test directory. Instead, this test directory is present in the volume, and this the data that I have created, like the file1, file2, and the data in it is basically present in the volume. All right, so the volume that I have shown you here, block ls block, in this volume, basically the data is present, right? So that contains the 6 GB. So basically this is the volume in which the data is present that I have created it. Now let's say if I want to remove this test directory. All right, so unmount or detach the test directory from the volume. How I can do this? So I will simply go back, and currently the test directory. Now you can see that this is the test directory that is attached to the volume. I want to detach or remove it, right? So how I can do this? I will simply write umount, all right, umount test. Now if I write mount point test, you will see that test is not a mount point. It means that it is not attached to it. All right, so it is not, the test directory is not attached to the volume. So this is how you can attach it or detach it. Now there is another point, and that is basically if I go to the volume section, this is the Elastic Block Store, and in this instance section, if I scroll down, and this is the volume. So inside this volume section, you will see that there is a what you can say, here is a volume that is present. So currently you can see that this is the, let me zoom in. Yeah, as you can see here that this is the 8 GB volume, that is the root volume. You cannot delete it or detach it, but this is the 6 GB volume that is basically attached to this volume. Currently this 6 GB volume is basically in mount, or it is attached to the EC2 instance, but the data in it are removed. Like the test directory that was previously present is now removed from it, but the volume is still attached to it. As you can see here that the volume is still in use. So let's say if I want to remove this volume, all right, so I can simply click on this, and once I click on this, I can simply detach it, and once I detach it, it will be detached. After that, it will give me this error, a message that if I refresh this, let's refresh this. Now it will take some time in order to refresh, and after some time it will show me that this is not in use. Instead, this is available. So if it is available, then I can simply use it in other instances also. You can see here that this is available. I can use this volume not in this EC2 instance, but in other instance also. But make sure that that instance in which you are attaching to it, that instance availability zone should be the same. As you can see here that this is the availability zone of the volume AP South 1A. So similarly, the EC2 instance availability zone should also be AP South 1A, right? So both of the availability zones should be common, right? So AP South 1A and AP South 1A of the EC2 instance. So if both of them are not common and they are different, then it will be not possible for you to basically attach it. So let's delete this, right? So I don't need this volume, because if you didn't delete this volume, it will charge you, right? So you need to delete it because it will charge you for the usage, or even if the creation is present, it will charge you, right? So you need to keep this in mind. Now I cannot delete or detach this because it is attached to the root volume, and if I want to what you can say detach it, or if I want to delete it, I need to simply delete this instance or terminate it in order to properly delete the volume from my machine also. So let's wait for this, and let's see that how it works. So let's see it. So let's remove this one. Yeah, now it is taking some time in order to, what you can say, remove it. So currently it will also take some time in order to be removed from here. So let's zoom in. Yeah. So now it will take me some time in order to remove it, but I don't need to wait for it. I just showed you the process that how it will work, but you need to be aware that if the instance is deleted, that the root volume will definitely be deleted. So yeah. This is the overall thing that I have shown you, right? So as you can see here that the volume is deleted from here because the instance is terminated. So I hope you like this video. So if you liked it, then make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, then ask those questions in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer all of them. So till then, goodbye.